published in the February edition of the American Sociological Review, surveyed 4,500 heterosexual married couples from 1992 to 1994. The average age for the men was 46 and the women 44. Now, the study backs me up. I'm just,
Men can improve their sex lives by doing more household chores. Study. Yes, couples who share chores have more sex. Here we go. A study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family in August has found that among couples who share their chores more evenly, there is more sexual gratification. In fact, they say researchers, the only couples reporting having more sex than their forebears did are those who are both getting busy with the household duties. Why do chores change anything? Here we go. The evidence shows that men do a greater share of household chores, share of household work. Women's perception of the relationship, fairness, and satisfaction are greater. Listen, anybody who's dated women, and this is why I say she's a child who has no real life experience. Anybody who's been in a relationship knows.
Wow, we're back to the insults. 1 second. Sorry about that. The headset was like, "Oh, I need a new battery. Please give me a new battery." Again, he can't even make his point without continuing to insult her. Right now, the shit.
He always has to
whatever
start
he read, the article that he read from, we don't even know what the sample size was. It was over 4,000 couples in the sample size that Pearl was referring to. He just read some lines on an article. He probably did a really quick Google search. Somebody said, couples report, and we don't know if they had 3 couples or 3,000, but he just read a couple of lines and said, well, we have this research with no citations. So, she had citations and a large samples to work from, and he just read some lines in a liberal publication with no context. Continue, Jay.
It seems like it was just a prompt. Like it was more of a, this is what I'm saying, this is what I believe, this is the idea that I want to, this I'm basically as opposed to what Pearl was. We experimented with this, we tried, we looked into it, asked the question, got the answer.
Mm-hmm. Right. What's really funny?
This is our yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to show you guys something. Okay, I'm going to remove this banner right quick. Okay, and I want you to look at the very bottom, right? At the very bottom here, because they let you view the chapters, right? Do you know how they Pearl lies about research? Now, did Pearl
why?
Did Pearl lie about the research, or did she read it right off the screen?
She read it right off the screen, and then they read so-called research off of their screen. So you can't say by default she's the one that's lying.
Right. So, this is why I just feel like this is a blind spot for AbaNPreach. I'm not gonna, if you guys want to go and watch the rest of the video, you guys can do that, because I've seen enough. Again, on this platform, we actually fashion this platform, TSP, we fashion it in kind of with the AbaNPreach model in mind, which is civil discourse, giving our thoughts and opinions on various topics, and just kind of applying a common sense approach to it without insulting people. That's usually what AbaNPreach strive to do. On this particular subject, again, they don't live up to the standard that they've created, that they are widely respected for. They're widely respected for doing the opposite of what they do when they cover Just Pearly Things. And it's just really crazy to me because I think about the men that they've gone at, and they only return the energy that is sent at them. So, you know, when the frauds were talking about, oh, we should fight and all this other stuff, Preach was like, well, okay, let's go. Right? And I had no problem with that. And of course, you know, because they're frauds, you know, they're cowards down there in Miami. Shout out to the frauds in Florida. But here, this is a massive intellectual soft spot for these guys. This is a soft spot in their armor. This does not look good on you guys whatsoever. What else?
Nope, it doesn't.
What else would you like to say on the subject?
Yeah, so allow me to circle back to what I was going to say before we started real quick. So what I was going to say was Pearl did not insult them one time. All she did was analyze the way that they're making their case and how, you know, they nitpick. Notice how they're going from she goes on to like, it's me, me, me. It's not what about your family, what about your kids? What about the relationship itself? It's just me. It's just me. All she did was make observations about their argument. She never personally attacked them. They personally attacked her several times. And even in their chapters, they called her a liar, which isn't true. That's not accurate. They even put an insult in the title of the video. They put a title. They put an insult in the title of the previous video, saying "Just Pearly Things has always been the clown." So, and they know this, right? Because you said that they've said this before. Like, don't, when you have to insult, you've already lost the argument. You know it. So why are they still? Why are they doing it? So the first time with the initial video, when they didn't do their homework, and you have to call them out on that several times. That video that I commented on. That's one time I can let that slide. But now you're not practicing what you preach again. You're not. It's not lining up. Now I'm feeling like I need to say that this is hypocritical at this point.
Yeah, and it's starting to look vindictive. Is starting to look like it's vitriol driven. And it's like it's just so ridiculously out of character that it's becoming quite disappointing overall. I don't understand where the fuck this could be coming from, and it's just very disappointing. I think that that's really all there is to say about that. Again, it's just not a subject that I'm going to continue to be a fan of their platform. I will just avoid anything that they have to say about JPT. And this is I'm a person, I don't watch Just Pearly Things anymore. I think that what she said and did, and then the subsequent details that came out surrounding how she treats her Africans, I have no desire to watch. I think they recommended to me one of her satellite channels. Don't recommend this channel to me anymore, or any of her. I'm done. Let her go on. If people want to subscribe to her channel, that's their fucking business. But I will not be making a bunch of content shitting on that woman. I said what I had to say about what she, how she conducted herself when she had the white supremacist, and he's not even white; he's fucking Mexican. He's a Mexican white supremacist. And the thing is, like, it's really funny, Spy. I was just like, Fuentes. That sounds very, very Hispanic. How is he a white nationalist? And he's talking about being Italian. You find out his father is Mexican. Oh, there it is. Now, if you want to call that guy a liar, that's okay. I'm fine with that, unless he's claiming to be transracial, which would be a different story. in and
Yeah,
of
then
itself.
he's good to go. Then they'll allow that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they didn't allow it when Rachel Dolezal did it, and she was actually doing good for the Black community, and they shit on her. But that's another story for another time.